The Grey King by Susan Cooper. On the day of the dead, when the year dies too, must the youngest open the oldest hills, through the door of the birds where the breeze breaks. There fire shall fly from the raven boy, and the silver eyes that see the wind, and the light shall have the harp of gold. By the pleasant lake the sleepers lie, on Cadfan's way, where the kestrels call, though grim from the Grey King shadows fall. Yet sing-song the golden harp shall guide to break their sleep and bid them ride. When light from the lost land shall return, 6 sleepers shall ride, 6 signs shall burn, and where the midsummer tree grows tall, by Pendragon's sword the dark shall fall. And there follows a inscription in Welsh, which I will not attempt to read. Prologue.
Are you awake, Will? Will? Wake up, it's time for your medicine, love.
The face swung like a pendulum, to and fro, rose high up in a pink blur, dropped again, divided into 6 pink blurs, all of them spinning madly like wheels. He closed his eyes. He could feel sweat cold on his forehead, panic cold in his mind.
I've lost it. I've forgotten.
Even in the darkness, the world spun around. There was a great buzzing in his head, like rushing water, until, for a moment, the voice broke through it again.
Will, just for a moment, wake up!
It was his mother's voice, he knew, but could not focus. The darkness whirled and roared. I've lost something. It's gone. What was it? It was terribly important. I must remember it. I must. He began to struggle, reaching for consciousness, and a long way off heard himself groan. Here we go. Another voice. The doctor. A firm arm propping his shoulders. Cold metal at his lips. A liquid tipped deftly down his throat. Automatically he swallowed. The world wildly spun. Panic came flooding in again. A few faint words flashed through his mind and away like a snatch of music. His memory clutched, grasping. On the day of the dead. Mrs. Stanton stared anxiously at the white face, the dark, smudged, closed eyes, the damp hair.
What did he say?
Suddenly Will sat upright, his eyes wide and staring. On the day of the dead. He looked at her, pleading without recognition.
That's all I can remember. It's gone. There was something I had to remember, a thing I had to do. It mattered more than anything, and I've lost it. I've forgotten.
His face crumpled, and he dropped back helplessly, tears running down his cheeks. His mother leaned over him, her arms round him, murmuring soothingly, as if he were a baby. In a few moments he began to relax and breathe more easily. She looked up in distress.
Is he delirious?
The doctor shook his head, his round face compassionate. No, he's past that. Physically, the worst is over. This is more like a bad dream, an hallucination. Though he may indeed have lost something from his memory, the mind can be very much bound up with the health of the body, even in children. Don't worry, he'll sleep now, and every day will be better from now on. Mrs. Stanton sighed, stroking her youngest son's damp forehead.
I'm very grateful you've come so often. There aren't many doctors who...
Poof, poof, said little Dr. Armstrong briskly, taking Will's wrist between finger and thumb. We're all old friends. He was a very, very sick boy for a while. Going to be limp for a long time, too. Even youngsters don't bounce back from this kind of thing very fast. I'll be back, Alice. But anyway, bed for at least another week and no school for a month after that. Can you send him away somewhere? What about that cousin of yours in Wales who took Mary at Easter?
Yes, he could go there. I'm sure he could. It's nice in October, too. And the sea air. I'll write to them.
Will moved his head on the pillow, muttering, but did not wake. And that's the end of the prologue.